Hello everyone, good evening. My name is Lalit Kumar Gaur, and this is our first lecture in the line of uh, lectures that we'll be having as to how to write a good essay for CAPFs and how to deliver good content for otherwise GS answers also. So, this is for both of you who are preparing for civil services as well as for CAPFs, and a little introduction about myself for those who are solely preparing for CAPF. I've written this exam 4 times. I started in 2019 and I wrote up to 2022, and I got selected in 2021. I got All India rank 9, and these are my paper 2 marks over the years. So 2009 I wrote for the first time. I got 103. I had a very good feeling about the paper. 2020 also I had a very good feeling, but sometimes the drone of unpredictability also hovers over your marks. So this is what happened. I do not say it's a bad line of score, but it could have still been improved. And then in 2021 when I got selected, the year that I got selected in, I got 108, and after that in 2022 also I got 111 in paper 2. So this basically is a series to make you aware as to how you can write better essays, deliver better content in arguments, reports, and grammar also. So please follow it, and this is the first lecture in that series, and that is how to approach economy based essays in GS questions. Basically what we are doing is we will be taking previous year questions from, let's say, 20-25 years of what has been asked through UPSC, basically essays of civil services as well as CAPF, and we'll be doing a thematic division, like something corresponds to economy, internal security, environment, society, history, art, culture, and all that. So firstly you'll be taking how to approach economy based essays and GS questions. So my first advice to you will be to deconstruct the demand of the question that has been asked to you. Like if they're giving you any topic for essays, you can just firstly understand what they want to ask. Like I've taken this example from CAPF 2022, where there was this essay called price rise causes and effects. So if we are to discuss it as to why prices are rising and what are the causes and effects of the same, we first must understand what is inflation. All right, so basically it's an essay on inflation, what can be done, what is causing inflation, and what will be the effects of inflation. So at that point of time your mind must firstly target that it is likely to impact the extremely poor section as well as the middle classes the most. So inflation we'll be starting with. Now I'm telling you that for every essay you always have two options to start with. That is, either you begin with a quote, a famous personality or something like that, or you begin with a figure. These are the two that I prefer. Otherwise also you have a definition, like you can write about poverty or inflation, but I do not usually encourage this because this makes for a very generic essay, and the interest is also not that much for the examiner to check your copies through that. So always try and maintain that you begin with a quote or a figure, and after that, let's suppose that we were moving with a figure here. So what we could have written here, because it is related to inflation, so inflation will have poverty related areas, inflation will have nutrition related areas, inflation will have demand and supply related areas. So your mind must work in such a way that it should think radially, that this is the point of the essay, so I must go to all the directions and cover all the aspects as to what is the likely impact of the same. Like I've considered economic prospects, and since it is strictly economic, so I can consider multiple dimensions within it. Like social impact also is there, internal security related is also there. When you extrapolate your knowledge, you will easily find points and content to write. So this will be my beginning for the essay. I'll highlight it for you, that in a nation where extreme poverty has been reduced from 645 million to 230 million, that is rather an achievement of our state or our nation, that we have reduced what we say extreme poverty from 2005 six figures to today, and that has been a significant there has been a significant decrease. So that arises the interest of the examiner, that stuff and you are going to represent it in such a way that he is interested throughout the content delivery. After that, what could be the key pointers for any economy based essay? You first must address the issue of inflation. Inflation involves CPI, WPI, or figures from NSSO. So always have this economy based essays. If you are going to write, you must have 2-3 pages of content related to economy, like what were the CPI figures, WPI figures, NSSO said what about this, and what is RBI's role in the same. So all of this, if improvise within the essay, then your essay will definitely will be an 11 or 12 marks essay out of 20. That should be the ideal target for every essay. Then you can always quote international organizations like World Bank, IMF, and all these kind of organizations, which will have the likely projections for the coming years, and which also have the past projections. After that, Niti Aayog is such a powerful tool for you to write good answers, be it related to infra or economy or any such case. So always go through these home pages or websites of government, bigger platforms like Niti Aayog. Then poverty lines, you must always remember Tendulkar committee, Lakdawala committee, and all these. You can always quote them. After that, infrastructure is such a powerful weapon if you are using it correctly, that PM Gati Shakti was in news, and freight corridors are being developed, highways are being developed, what is being done, green corridors are being developed, energy transition is happening, hydrogen based economies, how Germany has transformed it into such a great you know a renewable energy nation. And then reports and indices, they are also very powerful. They make your essay substantive. So these are my inputs for you, and I would request all of you to please write this essay and get back to you. I'll thoroughly check all your essays and I'll get back to you with marks also. I have provided you with sufficient inputs that you can extrapolate this knowledge and have an idea. And then we'll be having, a few more lectures in the same series. My target for you is to always make sure that you're getting 105 plus in essays. And if you're writing any GS answer, you always score 55% in the same. So this is my ideal target. If you have any further queries or doubts, you can always post the same in the comment section. I'll get back to you. Thank you so much. And please write this essay and see where you stand, so that during the actual exam you don't have to fret over it too much. Thank you so much. Bye bye.